Afterglow Books by Harlequin and HarperAudio present The Devil in Blue Jeans by Stacey Kennedy. Performed by Alexa Elmy. For my devil in blue jeans. JT, our love story will always be my favorite. Dear reader, The Devil in Blue Jeans explores emotional healing in the aftermath of infidelity, the death of a parent, and a devastating car crash. Please always read with care. Be gentle with yourself. Stacey Kennedy. Prologue. Charlie, if you take another step up this mountain, I will shove you over the edge. Halfway up the Absarica Mountains, Charly Henwood glanced over her shoulder. Her best friend, Aubrey Hale's blue eyes glared in warning as she panted heavily, sweat dampening her shiny blonde hair. We're not even at the top yet, Charlie pointed out. Just take a few breaths and we'll be done soon. I hate you, Aubrey groaned. Charlie fought her laughter as she glanced to the third member of their trio, Willow Quinn. She shifted the large backpack around her shoulders with her usual sweet smile in place, and adjusted her messy side braid of strawberry blonde hair. Her twinkling green eyes gleamed subtly. Oh, stop whining, Willow said to Aubrey. It's not so bad. Liar, came the muttered reply from behind Charlie. Charlie laughed as two backpackers walked by looking ready to call it quits. Willow raised her arm in encouragement. You're almost there, she shouted. That's another lie, Aubrey said, scoffing. After the couple smiled and thanked Willow, she turned back to Aubrey and said, That's not lying. That's cheering people on. Aubrey grumbled something incoherent beneath her breath, and Charlie just shook her head, chuckling to herself as they continued. Here were her two closest friends since kindergarten. Willow was like sunshine, while Aubrey was always its shadow. They'd experienced it all together while growing up with their families in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Joyful moments, sad moments, and everything in between. 5 minutes later, Aubrey barked out a curse. That's it, I'm done. She dropped her backpack to the ground and sank onto it. I wanted to explore Rome, soak up some culture and history. But instead, we ended up here in Montana, on this stupid mountain. Charlie took in the view, realizing they were close enough to where she needed to get them. She shrugged off her backpack, not really blaming Aubrey for her less than thrilled mood. Aubrey wasn't a hiker. The trip had been a graduation present to themselves, before they started their adult lives and moved away from each other in hopes of catching their big dreams. Aubrey pulled out her water bottle, taking a big drink before speaking again. So, we've hiked through forests, camped under the stars, and seen erupting geysers and hot springs. Explain to me why this place beats Rome. Charlie smiled as she sat down on her backpack next to Aubrey, then pointed down at the valley below them. More importantly, the small town. We're here for that. Timber Falls was north of Yellowstone National Park, along the Yellowstone River, with a population of a little over 7,000. 19th century brick buildings lined the two-lane street, which housed art galleries, bookstores, and boutiques that displayed an old Wild West ambience amid home-style eateries, with a stunning view of the mountain range at the end of the road. She glanced at her friends. Do you remember the pact we made when we were 13? Willow scanned the town below before scrunching her nose. What are you talking about? This, Charlie said, pulling a piece of paper from her pocket. She unfolded it, revealing a drawing that was identical to the small town nestled in the valley they were overlooking. When I was researching different wineries and breweries in search of the best booze on the market, I found this place. Timber Falls was known as a filming spot for many movies and brought in artists and writers in droves. Now
Sample complete. Ready to continue?